What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming live direct from the Urban. I'm messing up, y'all. It's like my mind is not operating right. I think you gotta do something with this season. Like, I just can't get it. I can't get the flow of how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? When things were exciting. So let me innovate this thing again. Let me start over. Let's get this out the way. Y'all need to be looking at no napkins, stuff like that. What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming live and direct for your mama's basement, baby. That's a little too crazy, a little bit. Sound like some 50 stuff. Anyway, the Lakers play the Nets, man. We know that Kevin Durant wasn't there. Kyrie supposed to play, but based on the fact that he was on a health protocol because of the situation, we had James Harden. Now Harden, I know a lot of people beating up on Harden, man, when he first started out, man. But Harden is like, I put it like this. In this game, Harden did what he had to do in order to help pull out him and Patty Mills. And at the end of the day, the Lakers both made some adjustments. They didn't make no adjustments until like the end when they won that little 17-0 run. They won with what 21-3 run or something like that. When they actually had Johnson playing more on, being a little bit more physical on Harden. And I like Johnson, but I'm not going to quickly say, oh yeah, bring him on, just one game, because everybody said the same about Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas had a good game, and everybody like, yeah, he's the dude, this and that. No. We got to see, over the course of games, how these guys fare, because remember these guys on 10-day contracts. So in retrospect to that, a lot of them guys are playing for an extended contract or to be seen by other teams. So in reality of it, me personally, if I was on a 10-day contract, I'm going to do what I can and hoping that I get re-signed or, another team can pick me up. So when you get a chance to show your skill set that you still got it, why not? But Johnson in this game against Harden, man, he played pretty good. Now, I know when you look at Harden's stats, Harden was only 10 for 25. He was 3 for 8, but he was all on him, man. He was all on, and I was happy that the ref wasn't calling a lot of fouls. Harden back in the days, he'd get them little dumb fouls, But, he still he still led the league in free throws. Let's keep it real, But, hey, it is what it is, man. A couple plays here and there, but he had 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 36 points. He had a triple-double. Patty Mills came in. Patty Mills was actually the unsung hero. They didn't have no answer for him. If Westbrook was sticking him, whoever was sticking him, he was beating the crap out of whoever. His field goal percentage, he only missed 6 shots. 11 for 17, 3-pointers, 8 for 13. 7 assists. He got that dog in him. Based on the fact he got that dog, let me turn this thing on because I know it's about to kick in. I don't want him to, So he got that dog in him. So in retrospect, that you look at that and say, okay, these two guys, we got to, stop them. But here's the biggest thing that we really need to understand at the end of the day. All right, when you look at the Nets, now actually in this game, the Lakers actually out-rebounded on offensive when they went on their little runs. You know what I'm saying? So they had, if you look at the Nets only had 6 offensive boards. Now they end up with 41, rebounds. And the Lakers actually had what the Lakers had? The Lakers had 12 offensive boards, ended up with 47 points. The biggest problem with the Lakers, and I'm going to say this over and over again, is that this team, the Nets, were getting too much looks in the paint. See, here's the biggest problem. I don't have no problem with LeBron playing center. If you're going to play center, that's cool and all at the end of the day, but it takes a lot of wear and tear on his body. He's playing center. He's playing a point guard. You know what I'm saying? So he's in both, he's playing both sides. But I'm going to say something about LeBron. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. Hold up, bro. Come on, man. Turn this thing off, man. Jeez, man. I hate that. I don't want them freaking people to, what you call my daggone thing. Get out of here. Oh, come on, dude. Jeez. Get out of here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me fix this. It's this daggone thing, man. All right. I don't want it to shoot up, man. So I hope they don't flag my video because they heard some sound. But that's just sound. You didn't see a video, so it don't matter. But anyway, the Nets, like I said, Steve Nash is not a bad coach. At the end of the day, you got to give him respect, man. He got some good players that actually are coming to produce. And now we look at the Lakers, and I also want to say this too. The dude Claxton at the power forward spot, man, he had 5 blocks. Why he had 5 blocks? Because if you look at the lineup was a small lineup that the Lakers put in. So he could control the paint. And that's basically what he was doing. Matter of fact, when LeBron went up on to stop a dunk, he still, was able to get it over him. And this is why I say at the end of the day, if the Lakers going to bring players in, they need to bring in a player who can play in the paint and also spread the floor. You already got Jordan sitting there. You got Dwight Howard sitting there. You're not playing either one of them. And at the end of the day, it's like this coaching staff, you got to call it what it is too. Not just LeBron, I'm going to get on him too. But this coaching staff is making bad decisions. And I'm talking about, who's with it right now, David. So in reality of it, they're not making good decisions when it comes to rotation. I'm sorry, man. When you got this dude out there doing this thing, you got to put somebody on. You got to put a body on him. You got to put somebody that's going to be physical with this dude. And I would have brought Dwight Howard in. You know what I'm saying? I would actually have Dwight Howard playing more than some daggone 6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me. Like, you only have him in for 6 minutes. And the reality of it, Dwight Howard, he had what? He had 3 rebounds, 2 offensive. And you don't bring him in no more. You don't bring him in no more. You decide to go with this small lineup. And y'all, and I think what it is that, I don't know, man. I'm starting to think like, I think the front office said, you know what, LeBron? And I'm going to get to him, but I'm going to go down for it. LeBron he was 14 for 25. He only missed 1 free throw. He was 3 for 9 behind the 3-point arc. He did had 9 boards. He had 7 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. He had to do it all. Let's be honest. And I'm going to tell you why he needs to do it all. Like I said, Dwight Howard barely even played. I would have brought him in more. You know what I'm saying? To basically control the paint. That's my biggest problem. It's like, you cannot play to the strength of these other teams. You're not built like that. You got a bunch of old guys. So you got to play smart. You got to use these guys according to their strength, not according to their weakness. So you got to let Dwight Howard get 30-something minutes. You got to. You got to let LeBron James be able to play power forward, small forward, switch it up. But not playing center, that's a lot of wear and tear on that man's body. He might not even make it through the rest of the season. If you keep doing this, it's foolish to me. I'm sorry. I wouldn't continue to run LeBron James at the center spot. I just wouldn't. Now the Lakers actually when we actually made that run, this is when they were starting to play defense. Before that, the first quarter, Brooklyn was just shooting lights out, man. They couldn't have no answer for them. Lakers made a little comeback in the second half, and in the third half, Brooklyn took off again. But then the Lakers, they made a little comeback. They made a comeback because, like, towards the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, they wanted that 17, was it 17, 21-3 run or whatever. So they started to make a comeback. And I was kind of happy because I know you can get more out of them. And I'm just sitting there saying to myself, like, man, like, this lineup right here, like, look. And I told you guys, y'all know I'm a big fan of Malik Monk. I'm a big fan of Malik Monk. I know a lot of people be up on Horton Tucker, man. Horton Tucker, man, he's okay, but right now we hurting, and I understand that. And Malik just came back, but I will actually insert Malik into that starting 5 to give him another shooter. Wayne Ellington, he cool, but he's not really giving you nothing. Wayne Ellington's bench material, you know what I mean? He come off the bench with Carmelo Anthony. Collison, didn't really do too much of nothing. They didn't do anything, man. And that was it. They only went 4 players, you know what I mean? Look, Jones, coach decision. Jordan, coach decision. Huff, coach decision. Rondo, coach decision. Tom, coach decision. Jones, coach. I understand that you try to find people who's going to come out and produce. I understand that, but we still trying to win games too, mister. So at the end of the day, you still got to get some of them guys in there. You ain't played nobody. And it kills the morals of some of your players that you're not even getting the playing time. You're trying to figure out what's the best benefit. But LeBron played 40 minutes, dude. 40 minutes. That means it's only 48 minutes in the game. So he's playing almost the whole entire game. And I'm going to talk about LeBron too. Westbrook, 4 for 20, just had a bad, he was just bad. You know what I mean? But he did only had 3 turnovers. He just could not finish around the rim. And that's because why? He's tired. It's simple as that. You tired. But I'm going to tell you why the Lakers decided to roll with this squad. I'm going to hit y'all with something. So you got Westbrook, he 0 for 3. He 5 for 6 from the free throw line. He was actually not on his free throw. He had fouled. And the sad thing is, man, this is the sad thing, bro. How is it that your guard is the top rebounder that led on the offensive board 5? Because I know a lot of y'all criticize Westbrook, but Westbrook had 5 offensive boards that led to scores that helped get the team back in there, along with LeBron James, along with Malik Monk. But see, y'all want to cut it. And plus, Johnson playing pretty good defense on Harden. But y'all don't want to see that. Y'all keep saying because Westbrook missed that layup. He missed the layup. Oh, that cost the game because LeBron was wide open on the corner for the 3. But here's the thing: the layup is a high percentage shot compared to you passing the rock up for a 3. It's just you can see the dude was tired. That's why you got to let some of these other guys play, man. You can't listen. Right now, we are 16 and 18. We need to get other guys involved, man. We need to get other guys utilized so these guys can actually, take a break. But that's just my opinion. But now I'm going to share something with you guys. Now, here's the thing. Y'all beat up on Westbrook all day. I see it on Twitter. Westbrook this, Westbrook that. But let's be real, family. Who was the main person that wanted Westbrook here? It wasn't the front office. It was LeBron James. Listen, I told y'all, before LeBron James won the championship, Jeannie Buss and her group sat down with LeBron James, and she clearly told LeBron, Buss ran organization, meaning that you're not going to come here and just influence and do what you want to do. That's what Jeanie Buss is basically telling them. Let's be honest. You be telling them that. That's why Anthony didn't come here, because, like I told y'all, the time he could have came here back when he was a little bit younger, it probably would have been better. But Phil Jackson said, no, don't do that because of his ego, blah, 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 whatever it may be. You know what I mean? A lot of other players that LeBron probably wanted to bring here, they said, no, it's the same thing when you look at the, when you look at the coaches. Because me personally, I would have went with Jason Kidd. I really went with Jason Kidd. I think Jason Kidd is a way better coach than what we got now. I know y'all might, say he's not, but to me, with this squad, reason why I would say Jason Kidd, because Jason Kidd ain't that coach. Jason Kidd ain't that type of coach to take. He ain't taking no bull crap. I'm gonna serve Jason Kidd to tell you how it is. I watch Jason Kidd, bro, in Dallas, man. Jason Kidd tell you how it is. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Especially, but at the end of the day, like I said, I would have had Jason Kidd. But it is what it is. It's the past. But the thing about it, after they win the championship, LeBron had a green light to do whatever he wanted. That's how Jeanie Buss and them reward him. You have a light to do whatever you want. Go out there and get whoever you feel as though that can help this roster. We didn't need Westbrook. I like Westbrook. Don't get me wrong. And I'd love to see Westbrook, win the championship. But based on the setup, we didn't need Westbrook. There was a lot of other players out there that could have fit the trend, or you just could have ran it back from the squad you had from the previous year. Just remove Marcus Gasol. You know what I'm saying? You could have just, but I would actuality, I wouldn't brought Drummond back though. I would have had, I would have basically brought, what's his daggone name? I would have picked up Cousins though. Cause I think Cousins is a much more better, round player, because if Dwight is your interior, player, you know what I mean, and you're not really allowing him to shoot outside, and then Cousins will come in off the bench to be that one that can spread the floor. Shooting threes or basically knocking out shots out, jumpers, and that allow Anthony Davis to roam in the paint or all around there and basically get one-on-one matches. It's just the whole makeup of what they put together. You got to blame, at the end of the day, it's LeBron James. LeBron James made this decision. I told y'all, him and Anthony Davis hit up Westbrook. They wanted to make the decision because they wanted to go against the Nets. They're looking at Kyrie, KD, and it was like, okay, well, it's like a matchup. This was supposed to be, and the fan, not the fan base, but ESPN and all these sports channels, they that's what they wanted. They wanted to see, they want to see, shall I say, the Nets versus the Lakers in the finals. You know what I mean? Old buddies playing against each other. At the end of the day, man, it's like it's all script, but I'm not even going to that episode. But the point is, he was the one to get Westbrook here. So if y'all going to blame Westbrook, you better blame LeBron too. Be real about yourself. Don't be biased and just keep beating up on Westbrook. LeBron and Davis were the ones that actually went out and got Westbrook. So yeah, I want to see LeBron James go out there and play like his life is, like I said, life on the line. But I want him to go out there and play hard. You know why? Because you created this team. The organization allowed you to have the green light to put this together. So yeah, LeBron has just as much. He has just as much complaint that we need on him just as much as Westbrook. We knew Westbrook wasn't going to fit this squad. We knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people hyped out about it. Westbrook, like I said today, it still can work. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. This game right here, when you see LeBron James moving without the ball, look how good he played when moving out the ball. I just don't want to see him playing center because I don't want to get hurt. If LeBron James, and look at Westbrook. Westbrook only had, like I said, 3 turnovers. Even though he wasn't shooting the ball well, they still were able to come back and almost win this game against the Nets. You know what I mean? I don't, a lot of people say, because, protocol and, injuries and all that, every team injured and this and that, and you still got LeBron James and Westbrook. That's understandable. I agree with you. But majority of them teams at the end of the day, still got a good roster that been actually working with them. You know what I mean? This is a whole new roster. The Nets, most of them Nets players, they were from previous years. Well, the last year. Most of these teams were playing, they had their roster together from the previous year. They probably had a couple more pieces. But at the end of the day, they still got the same roster, so they know the playbook. These are a whole bunch of new players that don't know what the heck is going on, just thrown in there, don't understand the playbook. And you got analysts talking about, it doesn't matter because Westbrook and LeBron James are still there. Look, you got LeBron James, Dwight Howard, Horton Tucker. That's it. Those 3 are from the previous season. That's it. Well, I can say Dwight Howard was from the season before. But at the end of the day, you have those 3 guys. Those 3 guys. Wayne Ellington is new. You know what I'm saying? Carmelo Anthony is new. Johnson, Monk, all these guys are new. So they trying to figure out the system. They trying to understand how LeBron runs the system. But it can work. Like I said before, the Lakers really need to start playing Dwight Howard 30-something minutes. They got to start using Dwight Howard. Sure, they got to start getting him in some pick and rolls because Dwight Howard is still good off the pick and rolls and catching lobs. But we don't do that. We don't run pick and roll. We just sit there and run isolation all day. But like I said, in this game recently, we were actually moving the ball around. It looked good. It looked good, man. I was excited. Even though we lost, I was still excited to see what I see. What we had out there. Because we didn't really have nobody. And like I said before, these analysts, man, they always say, oh, you know, hey, man, look, they got, you know, I mean, it's not good for them. They got 2 stars. It don't matter, man. It don't matter. A lot of these teams still got they still got most of their players from the previous year. You know what I'm saying? Or most of their players ain't really been hit with the health protocol like we have and injuries. You know, we've been hit and we never really got a chance to see the whole team develop on the floor. Every game you see a different roster, a different rotation when it comes to starters. We don't never see a set squad. And like I said, at the end of the day, you got to play Dwight Howard more, man. You got to play him more than some 6 minutes, man. You got to play him more than 6 minutes. If you look at it, he only played 6 minutes. The dude had 2 offensive boards and 1 defensive board in 6 minutes. 3 rebounds. Like I said, Dwight Howard was the physical guy that you need. LeBron James is not physical like that, and you wearing him out. But like I said, I'm more like in between it with LeBron James, because LeBron James, at the same time, you put this team together. So yeah, you gotta put out, you gotta produce. But at the same time, I'm still a Lakers fan, and I think that it still can work. I'll put Tucker on the bench. Sorry, I'll put him on the bench. Listen, him and Westbrook are the most 2 erratic players on the team. They do not, it doesn't work with those 2, because both of them play the same type of style. Neither one of them can shoot right now. So Tucker, when he gets put the ball on the floor, he make bad decisions in the paint. So does Westbrook. So in retrospect to that, I'll put Tucker on the bench. But what we got right now, this is where I'll start. Dwight Howard at center, LeBron James at power forward. I'll put Johnson at small forward for defensive purposes. Westbrook and Monk. That's where I would start. I would start that. And Johnson, like I said, Johnson is not a bad player, man. He just got to get back into the rhythm of things. But I'll start him at power forward. at small forward. That's why I'll run Dwight Howard, LeBron James, Johnson, Westbrook, and Monk. That it opens the game up, because now you got Dwight Howard as a punisher down low. You got LeBron James that can move around now without the ball. Monk, who can put the ball on the floor and create. You know what I'm saying? Monk is the only one, to me, that's not afraid to take his shots. He's not worried about LeBron. He's taking his shots. The rest of these players, they have a bad game. They don't even want to take shots. They just give it to LeBron. Just drop it off to LeBron. Here, take it, LeBron. Here, take it, LeBron. No, Monk, man, you watch his game, yo, he attacked the basket, take shots and all that. That's why he came and dropped 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, you got to put what's best out there, man. Screw that bull crap. Let Carmelo and them all come off the bench, rotate it out, whatever. You know, you got to play Jordan. I hate to say it, man, but you got to play Jordan. Or go get a center that's 6'10", or power forward / center that's 6'10", that can bang threes, man, and move the ball. Be able to move the ball. You don't have to have somebody down there, so that when Dwight Howard go out, then you get somebody that can bang threes. That way, if you got somebody banging threes, right, that means the defense got to go out there and play that guy. That means the paint is wide open for LeBron and Westbrook. I'm telling you, man, the chemistry makeup is foolish to me. Like, LeBron should know these things. You know what I mean? Y'all need a shooter. Now, the guy Huff, I haven't seen him play. I would give him an opportunity. I would definitely give him an opportunity to see what he got. You know what I mean? He might not be all that, but we got to see. If he's not all that, then we go get a 6'10", 6'11", whatever player that can, be able to shoot the jumper and play down low. That way you have Dwight Howard, like I said, you have Dwight Howard as the main force in the paint, and you have this guy, banging threes like similar to Cousins. You know what I'm saying? But in reality of it, like I said, it can work. But you got to talk to the coaches. These coaches, they make bad decisions. You put LeBron James at center. And this dude the power forward, just jumping all over him, man. Jumping all over him. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I think that if they'd have brought Dwight Howard in, it would have been the game wouldn't have been blown out. He only played 6 minutes. And I know they took him out because, they were blowing him out. And that's another thing, man. We gotta, as not us, but as them, they gotta start having confidence in their other teammates. Teammates got to get in front of these players and start letting these players get to the basket and thinking that somebody like Dwight Howard, LeBron James is going to cut over, because every time you do that, when that guy step up to help you on that offender, help you defend, help you defend when that opponent comes in, it's a wide guy sitting right there wide open for a three. And when you play these teams that are built around the perimeter, you can't be doing that. You got to let Dwight Howard play, but he can play down low. If they get past you, then you just, you go pick up his man, whatever you may do. I don't like the switching. I just don't like it. I think that the best defense I seen yesterday was Johnson playing man-to-man. I said it before about KCP. You got a good guy, or Bradley, when you got a good guy that can play defense, you let him go head on with that guy. You don't do no switching. Man, the dude was, let me tell you something. When you watch his game, all the screens, he was cutting in the screens and out the screen, getting in front of his player. He wasn't letting the screens catch him. If you watch the game, when he won that freaking 17-0 run, he was all in Harden face, pressuring him, getting on his face, D'ing him up. I will start him at small forward. With that being said, it's your man Herbal Lover reporting live and direct from your mama's basement, baby. Tell your mama, come up here and make me some goddamn freaking food. Brother's hungry. You know what I'm saying? You know, this game make you starve like a hungry hippo. You know what I mean.